Most people think their life feels stuck because of circumstances, luck, or timing. But modern psychology shows a much deeper truth. Your brain is repeating the same invisible patterns every day, and those patterns quietly shape your entire life. Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman explains that almost 90% of our daily decisions come from automatic processes, not conscious thought. This means your life isn't stuck because nothing is happening. Your mind is simply running the same loops, the same habits, and the same emotional reactions. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky further reveals that the brain treats uncertainty as a threat. So even when you desperately want change, your biology still pushes you toward the familiar, because familiar equals safe. And this is where the trap begins. When your mind avoids uncertainty, your dopamine system begins to flatline, a phenomenon Dr. Andrew Huberman describes as dopamine tolerance. The more you repeat the same comforting habits, scrolling, entertainment, routines, the less motivation and excitement you feel. You're not unmotivated. Your brain is numb. Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, explains that all habits run on a simple loop: cue, routine, reward. Your brain isn't sabotaging you. It's being efficient. It wants to conserve energy by repeating what it already knows. But what truly keeps people stuck is deeper than habits. It's identity. James Clear, in Atomic Habits, shows that people don't fail because they don't have goals. They fail because they still see themselves as the same person who can't change. You do not rise to the level of your goals, he writes. You fall to the level of your systems. And your identity is your biggest system. If you subconsciously believe, I'm not disciplined, or I'm not lucky, or I always mess things up, your brain will create behavior to match that identity. Psychologist Martin Seligman discovered something even more dangerous: learned helplessness. When a person faces repeated failure or emotional disappointment, they begin to believe that nothing will change, even when the situation is different. So they stop trying, not because change is impossible, but because their mind is trained to expect defeat. And while all of this is happening internally, trauma expert Dr. Gabor Maté warns that many of the comforts we cling to, junk food, endless scrolling, distractions, are actually emotional escapes designed to protect us from uncomfortable feelings. So your life becomes smaller, safer, and more predictable, but emptier. Feeling stuck is not a flaw. It is the natural outcome of a brain trying to protect you. But the same science that explains the problem also gives us a way out. And it starts with 7 simple, proven steps. Day 1. Reset your dopamine. No phone for the first hour after waking. Cold water on the face to activate your nervous system. And 10 minutes of natural light. As Huberman explains, this single morning routine begins rewiring your motivation system. Day 2. Achieve one tiny win. B.J. Fogg, the Stanford behavior scientist behind Tiny Habits, proved that micro-victories rebuild self-trust. 2 push-ups, 1 paragraph, cleaning 1 item. Small wins rebuild momentum. Day 3. Rewrite your identity. James Clear says that true change happens when you begin telling yourself a new story. Instead of, I'm trying to be disciplined, say, I'm becoming a disciplined person. Your brain obeys identity before it obeys willpower. Day 4. Reset your environment. Duhigg shows that habits change easiest when cues change. Move your workspace, rewiring your motivation system. Remove distractions. Add reminders. A different environment births different behavior. Day 5. Create a flow session. Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi found that even 25 minutes of deep focus triggers a state where work feels effortless. Flow dissolves procrastination and rebuilds progress. Day 6. Confront your emotions. Gabor Maté teaches that avoidance creates stagnation. Ask yourself, what emotion am I avoiding? When you face the feeling, the behavior finally changes. And Day 7. Find your direction. Viktor Frankl, the Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning, discovered that purpose, not pleasure, not comfort, is what makes life move again. Ask, what responsibility can I take this week that will improve my life? Our motivation system? Responsibility creates meaning, and meaning creates forward motion. You are not stuck because you're broken, or lazy, or behind. You are stuck because your brain has been trying to protect you using old patterns. But patterns are not fate. They can be changed. And once you begin rewiring them, even one day at a time, momentum returns, clarity returns, and life starts to open again. You are not stuck. You are simply at the beginning of your next transformation.